Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know, I always start my show off being grateful, or some people will say thankful. Either one works. And I am so excited to be here above ground on this earth, enjoying the pleasures of life, just enjoying breathing. Today on my walk out, I saw, what did I see? Oh, we have some lovely bougainvilleas near our house by me. And I was supposed to take a picture of it coming back. Beautiful, beautiful bougainvilleas. I don't know if you all are familiar. I mean, I'm talking to people from all over the world. Beautiful. You should research it, check it out, what it looks like. And passing the bougainvilleas, I saw a kiskadee on a tree. Nice yellow belly kiskadee. I was like, you're so gorgeous. And then passing that, I saw a cow grazing. And I'm like, hey, cow. You know, I just noticed things on my way, you know, and the beauty and the sunlight on my skin and just the easy walk. I just had a wonderful time going out today and coming back in time for my show with my guest, Siobhan Green. She too is beautiful. Yeah, just like the kiskadee and the flowers. I mean, this is just awesome. I'm having a wonderful day. It went exactly and is going exactly as it's meant to be. So I am so thankful. And I want to introduce you to Siobhan. Let me tell you what we're talking about today. We're talking about her relationship with a narcissist. That's the topic, her relationship with a narcissist. And I can totally relate. So she and I has a lot in common. We have a lot in common. And let me tell you quickly about Siobhan. She is a speaker, author, mindset coach, and hypnotist. So I hope she doesn't hypnotize me today, but if she does, hey, going with it. She's the leading expert in the field of mindset transformation, healing, and hypnosis. She works with the woman who is broken inside. I'll repeat that. Broken inside. Yes, you can be broken. Ready to heal from past pains and discover your power within. Just in case you didn't realize, you do have a power within. You can be broken inside. And you can heal from your past pain. So welcome, Siobhan, to Between the Lines.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. Oh, let's start at the beginning. Your relationship with a narcissist. Now, for persons who don't know what a narcissist is, let's find out what that is. I know it's a emerging topic. I will say emerging because a lot of people still don't know what it is. They may not know, or well, it's a condition, it's a mental disorder. So they may not realize what they're into. They're going through things in their relationship, but they have no idea that there's actually a term for this, for whatever it is they're going through. Wow. You know, they're suffering, but they don't know why they're suffering.
Yes.
Yeah? And they may be complaining to their friends, family, and their friends and family may think, oh, that's normal, that's nothing, my husband is the same, or my boyfriend, or I had an ex like that, or the person down the road mentioned something like that to me, and that's normal. So you feel, oh, it's okay, and it's you.
Yes.
It's your fault, it's you, right? Something is wrong with you and you are trying to fix it. So I kind of give that context because I'm an expert in the topic as well. But I'm going to pretend I'm not today, even though I'm going to be speaking about it. So I'm going to allow Siobhan to explain her interpretation of what a narcissist is. And then we will delve into how she realized that she was with a narcissist. So that when you start hearing her story, you will be like, what? That's exactly what I'm going through. And you can now start your own journey, like I'm sure she and I did, of learning what the hell this thing is. Yeah? So back to you, Siobhan. Tell us, break it down as simple as you can. No use of technical terms, break it down. So that anybody listening to this at any time on the time continuum can understand what narcissism is.
Sure, absolutely. As simple as I can put it is a narcissist is a manipulative person. This person is going to have you to believe that there's somebody that they're not. So kind of like um, just just pretending to be somebody that they're not. So if you're in this relationship, they usually will project that if something is going wrong, it's your fault. It's gonna always be your fault. You're not gonna have a say so. Your whatever you have to say is gonna be irrelevant. They're grandiose. They have an attitude of their superior over everyone, and they know everything. So whatever you say, if it's against what they feel, then you're wrong, even when there's facts.
So when you realize this, when in your relationship you realize this is happening to you, how long, first to begin, how long were you in this relationship?
Fortunately, it wasn't well, it was long enough. I was in this relationship. It was long. One day is too long. No, I was in this relationship for 2 years. So the first year, the person that I was in the relationship with, he was able to pretend for 1 year. That was the love bombing phase. Have the phase where they love bomb you. They make you feel as if you're the most important thing. And, I was even questioning myself, is this too good to be true? This might be too good to be true, because this person did everything for me. He came into my life and he just completely changed it for the better. He did everything for my children, for myself. He was a good provider. Well, he was pretending to be these things. Even when the tables turned is when I started realizing that something wasn't right. Because after about maybe 6 months, he proposed. So we were planning. We were planning a wedding, and we had everything booked. We had I have a dress. We have rings that are engraved. We had the wedding favors. Everything was set up, and his family was in another state as well as my family was in another state. So we had family flying in from out of town, and we had,
I'm gonna pause you right there, Siobhan. I'm hearing myself echoing, but we're gonna continue. One of the things I can tell you as a sign of a narcissist, they move swiftly. They move swiftly to the point where you feel like you can't breathe. So if you feel like, whoa, this is you're overwhelmed, they're a narcissist, no doubt. They move swift. They want to do everything fast. And you feel you actually feel it in your chest and in your throat. You feel like you're stifling, and this person is coming up. One of them, and I say one of the narcissists because I've been with a few. One of them within 2 weeks said to me, he has fallen in love with me. And I'm like, what? You just met my ass. Really? How could you say? And I was like, I was like shaking my head in the opposite. I'm like, something, and you feel it. And the thing is, I sensed it from the beginning. Another thing that you feel is that something is off. From the time you met them, your spirit, your inner being says, something, but you cannot put your finger on it because you just don't know, but you sense that something is going ding, 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 ding. You're like, what? But you go along because you're like, nah, I just met the person. I can't just judge somebody like that. I just met the person. And he seems nice. He's nice. And hello, they're always good looking.
Yes.
Oh, sweet Jesus. They are good looking. And another thing you feel is like, you sense is like, oh my God, this is my soulmate. This is the man of my dreams. He is everything. Ding, ding, ding. That is a narcissist. I'm not saying that it cannot be real, but from the time you start to feel those three things, that you feel, oh my God, where were you all along? This is my soulmate. He has everything. The body, the voice, the intelligence, the everything, the job, the money. And you feel like you're stifling and choking. Plus you also, because they're overwhelming, they want to move so fast, and you're like, whoa, you start to feel, you hear the words whoa happening to you. and then you sense this thing that you can't put your finger on. Those are the three major things. So if you find that happening to you, let me tell you, that's a narcissist. As much as your emotions is like, God, you finally sent me the man of my dreams. No. You should really go to God about that. So I want Siobhan to say if that's what's happening to her as well.
That was happening. The red flags, that's what they are. You have to be aware and pay attention. Do not ignore them. They
oh
are
my God. You sound low, Siobhan. I want you were talking, you were sounding pretty loud before and nice and clear.
They're red. They stand out for a reason. So do not ignore the red flags. So those three things that you stated are exactly what happened. We were moving really fast. Everything was happening so fast, and I was blindsided.
So what did you do? What? At what point did you say stop? At what point did you recognize what? Walk us through this thing.
Okay, my spirit was telling me that something wasn't right. So me being I'm an avid researcher, so I went and started researching like some of the behaviors that were happening.
Wow, good for you.
When there were disputes, there was never anything that I could say that was going to be correct. He sort of just kind of belittled me to make me feel like I'm losing my mind. Like something was wrong with me. I was questioning myself, and I was like, well, no, I know that that I'm not crazy, and I know that there's nothing wrong with me. So it led me to do research, and I researched about the behaviors that were happening, the silent treatments, because he would give me silent treatments. It came up narcissist.
Wow.
So, all of those things that I was reading about were happening to me in this relationship. And so I started to tell myself that this just isn't right. But it did escalate eventually, because I was kind of, like, oh, well, I'm supposed to marry this person. So maybe this is how marriage is. And like you said, I went to others that were married and asked questions like, well, is this normal in a marriage? And because they are in the same exact situation, unaware, maybe aware, but just didn't want to expose it. Oh, well, yeah, that's normal. So I stayed thinking, oh, okay, well, this is what it's going to be like when you're married. So I'm going to have to, bend a little bit is what I was thinking.
You bend. Yes. You compromise.
Yes.
You go against what your spirit is telling you. Yes.
Yes. And that didn't feel good to me. I was like, something just isn't right. But it did escalate to after the first year. He was really a gentleman and just charming, but those little red flags that were popping up that had me questioning was saying something isn't right. But after the first year, he got physical.
Wow.
He pulled my hair so much. It was longer at the time. My hair was very long, and he just was wrapping it around his hand and just yanking it. And he told me, as he was pulling my hair, he was in the back seat of the car while I was driving. He said, drive.
Wow.
And so it got escalated to the point of physical abuse. And even then, I was manipulated to stay. I did, call off the, photographer that was already booked, and I called off the venue, but I couldn't reach anybody there. So I tried. And then I was manipulated after that to stay in a situation. And just because at that time, I personally am an empath. So
well, darling, it's people like us that attract those people. They love people like us. we're actually on the same continuum, as a narcissist. We're on the same continuum, just on the extreme ends. And they love us because there are things within us that they want within themselves. And so this is why they are attracted. They smell you. They pick you up in a room. I remember reading somewhere, and the graphic never leaves my mind. We're like meat in a lion's den. When you throw meat in a den, the lion just spin around and like, yeah, that's what they do. They smell you. They pick up your energy, and they know they're like meat, fresh meat. So they go after you, and you're like, "Ooh, attention! Ooh, the guys are giving me attention," and you feel good. It's not attention. They,
and then they play the victim. So when they play the victim, being an empath, you feel like you can help them.
Yeah.
And maybe somehow change them. That's not gonna happen. So, that's how I feel. We get caught up in those situations, and it's just not a good situation to be in.
Oh my God. So you still were manipulated to stay. So why you were questioning? I'm sure you were saying, why, what sort of manipulation did he do to you to make you want to stay?
Well, he projected everything to be my fault. Well, if you didn't do this, then I would not have done that. So I started questioning, well, maybe did I do something wrong? Just trying to, be compromising and make the relationship work. And I know that pulling your hair is just not something that you should stay in. Thankfully, I only stayed in it another 2 weeks after that.
What was the straw that broke the camel back for you?
Well, the abuse, the mind controlling, and even the emotional abuse and the physical abuse, it trickled down to my children.
Yeah. So you did get married. Let me make sure that you did get married.
No, our wedding date was April the 28th, and I walked away from that situation safely, almost not safely, on February the 18th. So about a little bit less than 2 months before the wedding, I walked away. So everything was already set, but it just wasn't worth it for me to continue a lifetime of misery.
But you had children before.
Yes, my children are not by him.
Okay. Yeah, but the children are for him.
They were well, because yes, he came into my life and he was there with my children as well.
Okay.
So he did have that controlling abuse, emotional abuse, and it carried on to my children. And that's when I said, I wasn't having it. You're not going to bring this. And as a mother, we love our children, and I did not want to set that example for them as well, But I also realized after I walked away from the situation that for me to even be able to attract that, there was something within me that because I was allowing it.
You can't blame him, it's you.
My mother always told me, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me.
Yeah. And it's not that you're giving him a reprieve for his behavior. He's responsible as well. But you cannot keep blaming other people for what's happening. And this is not only a lesson for narcissism, it's for anything in your life.
Yes.
Anything in your life. What you have to ask that question: how am I contributing to this? What is a lesson that I need to learn? Why am I attracting this in my life? Because when you look at other people, it's maybe not happening to them or in that way. So what it is, you're the common denominator. What it is. But a lot of people, Siobhan, don't look within themselves. They don't take that responsibility. They're pointing a finger at everyone else. And this is why they will never learn, and they will always attract the same type of people in their lives.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you that when you do attract those people into your life, a lot of times they're mirrors. They're mirrors of something that needs to be healed within you. And a lot of people are afraid to take that journey within because it will expose those things that need to be healed. And it's not always easy to accept that there's some flaws within you that you need to heal in order to put yourself first, which is my what I love to say is always fly. Because flying is to first love yourself. And you can't find love or be in love with anyone else until you put yourself first. You have to love yourself and set boundaries.
That's right. So what did you discover about yourself that he was mirroring to you that you needed to work on?
Well, when the situation was over, you know, a normal person after a breakup, especially 2 months before a wedding was supposed to take place, would be sad and just crying and weeping. And that wasn't me. I was so mad at myself as to what happened. Why am I able to attract this person? I was a certified self-love coach teaching women how to stay away and, you know, how to love themselves. But how did I get caught up in it? I was even thinking at one point, I don't know if I can say this, but self-love is bullshit. I was feeling this is not how, you know. So after I did some searching within myself, I stopped and I took that reflection within, and I realized that it was something within me that was attracted to that. I was a codependent on helping this person heal some wounds within himself that needed to be healed within me. I realized that he was insecure, a broken, insecure soul. And there was some broken, insecure things within me that needed to be healed and completely taken out. I had to lose my old self, my old mindset, and discover my true power and my true soul, which is just another word for self.
And that journey never ends, you know.
It doesn't. And once you tap into your inner being, because then it just keeps opening up and it just gets better and better.
Isn't it a beautiful journey? It is such a beautiful journey. You know, as you mentioned before, some people are afraid of going within because it means to say you have to acknowledge and accept that you have flaws, you have issues, things from childhood, from your own upbringing, you know, because I did mine and I realized I came from a narcissistic home. It's a narcissistic upbringing, you know. And when that hit me, it's just recently, within the year. And I'm like, God, you know, I can, and the funny thing about it, I'll tell you, you know, when you start on this journey, you start being led, the universe, spirit, God, whatever, it leads you. I started to go on YouTube and I came up on videos that I never even would have thought of, but the videos just came up in the playlist. And I'm like, okay, something just said click on that, and only for me to discover, damn, this is my mother. My mother is one. Oh my God! And then all the pieces started to lay out itself, and I'm like, oh, that's why so and so is like this, and that's why I'm like this. And once you start attracting narcissism in your life, it's because you were raised by parents who are narcissists. There is no doubt, it has been scientifically proven.
Yes.
You were raised as a codependent child, because that is what narcissists do. They treat you, train you, and mind fuck you, as they say, as a codependent. And so you now are going to be looking for those same things, you know, in someone, and of course you are going to attract the narcissist, and it's going to be a cycle right through. Right through. And you have to be so careful, especially as a parent. Your children carry, as we were saying off air, the DNA, and it is difficult to help your children in situations like that because they carry the genes. You know, it's a constant work. So you have to work on yourself. You have to be the example. It is not an easy thing. And what I find, Siobhan, is that the society is so highly narcissistic.
Oh yes.
Highly narcissistic. People are just no longer empathic. They have no remorse. They're just doing things. They don't care, you know, and it's just all about them. The ego has taken over. It's just walking egos. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's everywhere. It is so sad.
It's not just romantic relationships. It could be a
No.
boss, it could be a parent, it could be a sister, it could be a friend. They're all over. And you know, like you said, being afraid to do the work, it takes commitment.
Hmm.
You have to
Hmm.
go within and clean. From one to six is when your mind is programmed.
Yeah.
That's the most crucial part of
Yeah.
your life psychologically.
Hmm.
You have all of that programming and all of the traditions and
Yeah.
beliefs from teachers, parents, and if they have those same beliefs from, like you said, a
Yeah.
narcissistic family or parent, then it's going to carry over to you.
Yeah.
So as we cleanse our bodies, by taking a shower daily and, sometimes twice and three times a day just to stay clean,
Hmm.
we tend to forget that our internal being, our spirit needs to be clean.
Yeah.
It needs to be washed. That programming from 1 to 6, where you developed the old traditions and the
Yeah.
mindsets that you have now, is why there's no empathy
Mhm.
and the society is walking around just cold and
Oh.
not
Yeah.
authentic. They're
Yeah.
not even being who they really truly are
No,
because they
it's a mask. It's a mask they wear. It's a
yes.
mask they wear.
Hmm.
What would there's this discussion. Could a narcissist change? Could they change, Siobhan? Do you think there's hope for them?
I am writing a book on narcissists and how to recognize the signs, and the study that I've done, all of the research and that I've done on this personality disorder. There is very few people that are able to change. It takes a lot of, actually, for the person to want to change, because they
Yeah.
don't realize that there's something actually
No, they
wrong.
don't. They don't think. They think it's normal. You're the one that's abnormal. They are.
Mhm,
They are fine.
mhm.
Mm.
So if they do ever feel that they want to change and they do seek the help, there is a special type of therapy that they would have to go through, and a long-term therapy, and definitely be committed to doing the work, the inner work. So it's possible, but very unlikely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know that Sam Vaknin has been talking about his cold therapy work that he's been doing, and it's really an in-depth dealing, accepting your wounds, dealing with that childhood trauma that you would have gone through between 1 to 6, that formulated those type of characteristics and behaviors in you that you consider normal now. It means a lot of pain, and it may not be physical pain. It may manifest itself in physical pain, but it's the trauma that you have to go back and deal with. I know it will be emotional pain, because we go through the emotional pain and even physical pain as an empath, of dealing with our own wounds, after coming in contact with a narcissist. It's a never ending journey. And I think, let me tell you, as an empath myself, and I'm a highly sensitive empath,
Yes.
I have to be careful where I go, who I'm around. It is that serious for me.
Same.
That serious for me. And I know myself. I've learned myself. I used to realize things earlier, but I didn't know what was happening to me. And as I went on this self journey, I realized who and what I am now. So now I'm able to hone that gift, because it is a gift.
Yes, it
Hone
is.
that gift, yes, and be able to know, okay, Corinne, you know who you are, your inner being. You're connected so much more now with your inner being, your inner spirit, your inner child. that your, what you call it, intuition, your gut instinct, that now you're so listening, you're so attuned to it, that don't eat that. I mean, and it even includes things that you eat. Don't eat that, don't drink that, don't go there. Do this, do that. You're guided, and you can only reach to that point when you're on that self-discovery, self-love journey after being exposed. And some people think that connecting with a narcissist is a bad thing. When you realize this, you're thankful, because it helps you to really become a higher version of yourself. Yep. That you've come back to who you really are. So you really need to turn to the narcissist and say, I thank you. I really thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's amazing once you tap into your true self, your inner being. It's just an amazing feeling.
You are so much stronger.
You have to feel it. It's like you said, you just, your intuition is stronger, and you just know better, and just as far as the pain, this is how I, like to put it, so that you can understand the importance of healing and going in and doing the work. Because when you get a cut and you bleed, you just put a Band-Aid over it. You put the pressure on with the paper towel or whatever you do, try to stop the pain, and then you put a Band-Aid on it. But then the cut eventually heals itself, and then it comes, back to normal. But when you have emotional pain, you put pressure on it, and you stuff it, and you try to stop it and put the Band-Aid on it, it doesn't have an opportunity to bleed, and it doesn't have an opportunity for you to let it out so that it can heal and come back to normal. So all that pain that you have stuffed in there, you have to let it bleed out and heal. Then you can walk in your purpose, turn pain into purpose, turn it into power.
I feel so much more stronger now. I'm able to say no with a vengeance, with conviction, and I feel no way, no remorse from saying no, hell no. I'm like, my spirit will tell me, set boundaries. I set down boundaries. I'm like, I need to delete and block you. I don't need you in my life. You are not adding value. I don't feel good about being around you. You need to go, But when you're coming from being under narcissistic abuse, dealing with a narcissist, you feel, oh, I need you. You complete me, this kind of a thing. And it's my fault. And I need to do whatever it takes to keep you in my life because you make me feel so good. No, it's an addiction. It's an addiction, and it's something that you are missing in you that you're looking for in that other person, which is not healthy, because you're not supposed to be looking for anything in anybody else or in anything else external to you, because you already have whatever you need inside of you.
Everything is inside.
Everything. This is such an amazing journey. And one of the things, Siobhan, is because you don't get rid of them, even though you become stronger, they still come into your circle, they seep in there. But here's what happened, especially for me. You pick them up so quickly now. When it would have taken you, when it would have taken you 2 years, or like in my instance, 27 years and more, and some people even more, because I know people in their 60s still with a narcissist, and it's hard for them to come out, now after going through the journey, you're able to say, hell no, I know you're a narcissist. I smell you from a distance.
Like they can smell
us. So you're able to, so you're able to cut them out of your life quicker. You're like,
Also, when you begin to fly, always first love yourself. Then there's a boundary that you just don't want to have that come back into your life. You have respect for yourself, and you love yourself more, and there's just certain things that you're not going to tolerate, you're not going to put up with.
Hell no. The neediness, this is the thing. You're not needy. You're not coming from a place of desperation. You must be whole. You're not supposed to be, you see these words that people use, my better half, my other half, my significant other, all those are programming limiting beliefs that people use to make you feel, I need this person to complete me. I need, hell no, there's no other half, there's no half of anything. You are whole, and that person's supposed to be whole. And if they're not, forget it.
Yep.
Forget it. As much as you may feel you're quote unquote lonely, it's a state of mind, or you need a man to be with you to make, no, to enjoy your life. Date yourself. Take your damn self to the movies. Take your damn self to dinner. Take yourself to the park. Take yourself to
Yes, absolutely. And it feels so good.
yeah, love you. Fall in love with you. Have a relationship with you. you know,
Yes.
this is
Now,
what you, yeah.
yes, yes, definitely.
My God, I just so love this journey, Siobhan. I'm telling you, I'm passionate about this. And I'm so convicted about helping women, just like you, helping women, especially men are in it too, Let me tell you, there are men who are empathic. We're not going to leave out the men. There are men who are empathic and find themselves with narcissistic women. And let me tell you, they are in pain just as much as we are as women, just as much. I feel sorry for them. Because these are the men that give of themselves. They're in love, they're committed. And these women chew them up and spit them out. It is a sad, sad thing. And I'm committed to helping people. And when people talk to me about it, I'm like, girl, you need to get out of this thing. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for you.
And when I was on my journey, it was lonely because you don't really have anybody that you can talk to or that will actually understand what you're going through.
Yes.
And then for most of the narcissists, they on the outside looking in, they appear to be just these great, charming people. So
Of course.
speak negative or ill of them, then your family or outsiders are like, no, not him. That couldn't be him. That's not. He's such a nice person, and he's so good to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hard, or it could be challenging to have someone to talk to or even to talk about it. So a lot of times it goes swept under the rug, or a lot of times people stay in the relationship because they don't know how to step away or even have a support system when they step
But you can't when they isolate you behind, Siobhan. They isolate you. And you allow the isolation because you feel this person loves you, they care for you. And it's insidious. You wouldn't even realize it's happening. It's a slow, it's like that frog they talk about in the hot water. The frog don't realize that the water is, they just turn up the temperature a little bit, and the frog don't even realize it's dying. Then the water is boiling because he's gotten so used to the little heat. He's thinking, oh, this is normal. This is nothing. I'm used to this. So this is what they do. It's a slow turning up of the pressure without you even realizing. And you're there thinking it's normal. But I like how you mentioned about getting out safely. A lot of us don't get out safely. A lot of us have to run and probably leave our children behind. A lot of us end up staying because of the children, because we realize it's hell or high water. This thing look like that. What would you say to a woman or even a man? But let's talk especially for the woman to get out. What would you suggest as some tips for them to get out and turn? And when they realize what's happening to them, how to be able to get out? Because you're talking about pain into power. Now they have realized that they're not mad. Something is wrong and I cannot take this anymore. And let's say they have children, what would you suggest?
Well, I just feel like as a mother, I did not have children with the relationship that I was in with the narcissist, but I have children, and my children are, to me, worth more than staying in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
When you realize it, of course, there's going to be a moment where you may face some challenges because a lot of people stay for finances, or how am I going to do this, or how am I going to do what about the children? But when you're in that situation, getting out of it, your peace, your freedom, just having opportunity to awaken to who you really truly are.
Yeah.
Worth way more, much more than staying in an abusive relationship. Your peace of mind, your sanity, your happiness, just to be free is more important than staying in a toxic, mind controlling, abusive relationship.
Yeah.
So tip number one would be to fly. First, love yourself. Put yourself first. Think about how much more you're worth than staying in that relationship. That would be the most important tip. And number two, if you need any type of support system, find a coach or someone that has experienced this journey to help you escape, because it could be a violent situation. It may not be easy to just walk away, but when you have a support system, someone who has been through and can walk you hand by hand, holding your hand, then it can take some of the pressure off. So definitely have a support system, and always fly. First, love yourself.
Yeah. I would add to that, especially for a woman, because they debilitate you by isolation and money. So you may be incapacitated with money because they will tell you not to work, and they'll take care of everything and all that sort of thing. So you're really without any funds. That kind of thing. You may have joint accounts and stuff, which is another way that they use to control the money. So if you were to move any money, they would know. So you really don't have any money, but you have to get out. I would say, whether you're religious or not, and I'm making this very clear, whether you go to church or not, find a church or a pastor, a priest, because they are supposed to be the type of persons that are not supposed to go back and say anything, because you need to tell somebody who you can trust that wouldn't go and repeat it. So go to some place like that, or even a halfway house, a shelter, whatever it is. You have to step down before you step up. And in a situation is life or death most of the times. So you do what you have to do, and you have to learn to keep your mouth shut. You have to be careful what you say. And I would say not even your best friend to say anything, because of course the first place your spouse or whoever it is that you're with is going to go, the narcissist is going to be a friend to say, hey Siobhan, what happened to Corey? And you might say, hey, I don't know, she was and you start to talk without realizing what's happening, and you're busted. You're busted. There goes the plan. So you have to do things as you would normally, but you have your plans going on without them knowing. So you have to behave as normal. You have to behave as normal, but yet you have things being planned. And each situation will be different. So it all depends if children are involved, if children are not. Different situations will call for different movements. But the main thing is plan your exit strategy. It might be immediate, it might be a year from now, it might be 2 years, it might be 5 years, but start planning your exit strategy. That's the important thing, because staying in it is not going to be healthy for you and your mind, because once somebody attacks your mind, well, that's it. That's
that
it.
while you're planning your exit strategy, be working on yourself. Do the work within. Build your confidence, build your strength, to be able to know your worth and know your value. That when you do get to the plan of exit, you're confident enough to say, I'm whole and I'm complete. And
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it, Siobhan. I'm going to make it. And you keep saying that no matter what circumstances, what challenges come against you, you keep saying, I'm going to make it. And if you're not a praying person, I would suggest you start praying. Start knowing God. Start knowing the universe. Start doing some spiritual work, yoga, something, whatever. Just talk to somebody. Whether nobody's around you, just talk. I'm telling you, the universe is listening. Just talk. You don't have to, you could give it a name. You don't have to give it a name. Just talk. Go out into the park and talk. People might think you're mad. That's fine. Just talk. And the answers are going to come to you.
Yes, they will if you listen.
Yeah, yeah. I want to hop across now to your website, Siobhan. Let's see what you have going on over there. Let me grab a page. Give me a second here. Tell me the website again.
My website is a reflectionwithin.com.
Very appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Take
A
that.
reflection within.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Suddenly I can't type. A reflectionwithin.com. I'm bringing it up here. Give me a second. Yeah. It's moving a tad bit slow. Oh my goodness, it's moving slower than normal, but I'm going to be hopeful. So while this is trying to, oh, here we go. And you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Hold on one second. I think it kind of paused. It paused. Why did it pause on your beautiful picture?
I'm not sure. Maybe
I don't know. It just wants to showcase you with your beautiful self. Hold on. Let me share the screen and show you what's going on. Okay, I think something is happening here now. Oh, it was trying to bring up this. Releasing what no longer serves you. Yes, please talk about that, Siobhan.
Oh yes, that is. If you visit my website, that is my gift to you. It is a ebook of how to detox your mindset and awaken to your true, authentic self. So you're gonna lose that old mindset. Releasing what no longer serves you is releasing any internal emotional baggage, releasing all of the old mindset, the traditions that you were raised up believing that was who you were. So that's complimentary to you. You would just put your email address in and it will be delivered straight to your inbox. I
So
also,
before you go on, who is the new Siobhan?
I'm sorry,
Who is the new Siobhan?
the new Siobhan.
Yeah, we met the old Siobhan, but who is the new Siobhan?
The new Siobhan is a strong, confident, healthy, whole, complete woman who has discovered her power within and will not allow anything to disrupt or interrupt that ever again.
Ever.
Yes, and it's happy on the other side. What happens on your internal, it shows up external. My energy, my frequency, just vibrating on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that all those other lower vibrations, you knock them out.
Oh yeah, they're gone, buried. They're not coming back. Released.
Yes, yes, I love this. I love this. So tell us what we can find on your website. So we know you have a giveaway. Tell us about your books. Where can we find the book?
The book that I'm writing right now, it hasn't been published, but it will be forthcoming. If you download your free giveaway, then I can stay in touch with you. I also have a 7-day jumpstart to awakening to your true authentic self, where I guide you on your journey. It's in the final stages, but if you go on a reflectionwithin.com
Yeah.
/detox.
Hold on.
Then,
Let me see if I can get that.
okay.
Would it be under one of these tabs?
No, you just go and hit there and then add a backslash and then type in the word detox and then it'll pull it up.
Oh, I don't know why this thing is moving slow today. I don't want to lose that other page. A reflection within.com /detox.
Yes.
Yes, let me see now. Because it's moving a bit slow. I don't know what's happening with the internet today. Okay, yeah, here we go. This is lovely.
Releasing mind, body, soul detox. It's releasing what no longer serves you. But this here, I will guide you through the 7 days. You will receive 7 days of a hypnosis meditation, which is rewiring your mindset for total transformation. There's affirmations included. There's a 7-day email support. There's what you get right there. You get a self-reflection journal where you can document your progress, and you will get follow-up emails from me. And then you just awaken to the true version of yourself. And some people are okay after the jump start. They're able to maintain on their own. And those that are not, there is a 30-day detox that is underway, and that is going to walk you through for 30 days. And then I also have one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and myself and 2 beautiful women are hosting a woman's retreat, and it's a night to exhale. So
waiting to exhale.
Yes, you're in the Valley, Arizona. So if you're in Arizona, Phoenix, or if you're traveling this May, it's May 31st to June 1st. It's at
where can we see that? Where can we see that on your website?
It's not on my website as of yet. It's on my social media, which would be my Facebook page or my Instagram, which is a reflection within. My Facebook is a reflection within. My Instagram is a reflection within. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the website, then there's links to my social media.
That's what I was trying to get to, but I seem to have been stuck here. The scroll bar doesn't want to go down for some reason. But it will over time. It just paused. I don't know what's happening today. Clearly we need to stick here for some reason. I don't know, but it just paused. So all right. So your Instagram is a reflection within. Your Facebook is a reflection within. So that's pretty easy to remember.
Yes. And this retreat is life-changing. And we have a fitness coach, which they'll be talking about body, your nutrition, and the things you need to do to maintain your body. And then you have myself, the mindset transformation coach, who will be working on internal work, mindset, and transforming that. And then we also have a personal development relationship coach who's going to be there, who's going to talk about her journey with toxic relationships as well, and just awakening the power within. And then it's just going to be a night of just total transformation. And we're giving away some of our coaching services one-on-one, and it's just going to be an awesome night. Just if you're a busy person that doesn't have an opportunity to just take some time to love on yourself, you're just going to pause and join us on this night to exhale. You won't regret it.
Yeah. And what it is to spend a night for yourself. I mean, out of 365 days for the year, please, you deserve that. Yes. Please. We give to everybody else, Siobhan, every day if you sit down and you do an audit, let's talk about it. If we do an audit of how much we give to ourselves as opposed to what you give to other people, my God, you wouldn't even you don't even have space on the page for anything for yourself. You don't even think about you. You give. So why can't you give to yourself? Every day you're supposed to do something good for yourself. Every day. And it could be a simple thing. Like I'm planning to start doing my eyebrows. I can do my eyebrow today. I can paint my nails tomorrow. I can decide to get a massage the next day. I can decide, hey, I'm going to take a walk the next day.
Yes, just something for yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to read a good book and drink a glass of wine or a whole damn bottle of wine the next day.
And if you're in a relationship with the narcissist, you might need the whole bottle.
Honey, I've done that. I've done it more than once. I went out, I bought a bottle of wine, chilled the damn thing, and I was having the whole bottle. Fortunately, I was on my bed. So, right. So when I started to feel a little woozy, I just lay down.
Yeah. Sleep, right?
I wasn't drinking and driving or anything. I was drinking and laying down. So, that worked.
Perfect. And you know, they say, if you don't take care of yourself, then you won't be able to take care of everybody else. So,
no.
Yeah.
And they'll keep taking from you. Your cup is always being drained. You cannot give from a well that is empty. And you keep pouring, 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 pouring. It's supposed to be from the overflow. So your cup must always be full and overflowing. It's from the overflow that you give a little, not from in the cup. That cup must always be full in you, but it's the overflow, and you must remember that. Oh my God, this has been so good, Shava. You know, I could talk to you for weeks on end.
I know, right?
This has gone on for over an hour. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. This is such a topic that you can't do it in half an hour. You can't do it in an hour. It is an everyday. It's a journey. Please.
Yes.
It's a journey. Love on yourself. Love on yourself. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. And I would encourage anybody to take the time to go to the retreat. It's one night, right, Siobhan?
Yes, it's one night, May 31st to June 1st. And please follow my Instagram, follow my
Yeah. Yeah,
page.
and don't come to tell me and Siobhan, oh, who's going to see the kids? Oh, I have work the next day. Oh, I can't do that. Stop making the damn excuse.
Exactly.
Stop
No,
making the excuse. Get somebody to babysit the kids for one night. Your parents, a friend or something. Do something for you. I don't care what you do. Make it happen.
yes, you matter.
You, that is what we should name the episode. You matter.
You
You
matter.
matter. Yeah. Yeah. Siobhan, it's been a pleasure. I thank you so much for sharing your personal journey. I know it would have been hard to share. I know it is hard to share what you have been through, and I know there are things you didn't share that is so painful. I know. You just give a taste, and I give a taste of mine. If we were to really share it, the encyclopedia have nothing on us.
Right.
Okay,
No,
so
pleasure talking to you. Thanks for having me. And if we just touch one person, help one person to,
that's all. That's
awaken.
all. If we can help one, we have done our job.
Yes.
We have done our job. I thank you so much for sharing, for being open, for being vulnerable, but for also being strong, for still being around, for still being alive, to give your testimony to others, to mothers, to wives, to parents, that it is possible. You can come out of this. You can be better than. You can live the greatest life that you ever dreamed of. You deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. Thank you so much for being on Between the Lines.
Thank you. Have a great day.